So everyone, and welcome to another video about Attack on Titan, and this time it's a little bit different. It won't be any reaction videos today, they will come tomorrow though. Instead, I was getting a comment from Cullen Bloodstone that told me that I should make a video talking about what I think will happen in Season 2, what I expect to happen, and what my thoughts are about on the certain characters, like especially the minor characters that appear in the show. And I thought it was a very good idea, and I would really love to speak up my thoughts and what I think about this show and what I hope to see and what I expect to see on Season 2 and all of that. So start with what I hope to see in Season 2. I hope that we get an answer on why the fuck there are Titans in the walls. Because that is something that is really mind-fucking me right now, is that they have Titans in the wall. And the weirdest thing was that I was right about it by the wrong reason when I said, do they have Titans in the walls? Because I misunderstood what Hannah said, but I was still right. I was wrong, but still right. I was... Wrong, right, fuck me. So I'm really curious and hope we get an answer on that as well. And I want to see what is behind, if there is behind with, you know, Annie and all of that. Because it seems, from my understanding, it seems like obviously there are a bunch of people behind this. But why? Why is their goal? What are they doing this? I hope we get some answers on that in Season 2 as well, that we get to see more about why they are doing this, and we get answers about the basement, about Eren's father, what kind of research he did do, because obviously he did research of things there. So I am curious about that. I am, and I really hope we get some answers in Season 2 about that. And a little bit of thoughts about the different characters of the show. There are lots of characters, of course. Many that sadly died. I mean, I really liked Eld, Pedra, Gunther, and Olo, though they met a very gruesome end. Even if they was just there for a few episodes, they really made an impact, and I think I'm not the only one that feels like that. And how their trust towards Eren and especially Levi was so strong. And it was hence even more brutal when they died like that. And I think that is a really amazing way to showcase and explain about the characters. Yeah, I mean, from the little we did see about them, we really got emotional with them. We got bonded with them in a way, you know? When you have a character can connect with, you understand, and seeing these people doing that. And then of course we're getting that depressing motherfucking episode of that, like, oh, they're coming home today, and I'm like, why do you need to show me that? I don't want to see that. I know it's gonna be, oh, fuck. And then of course we have lots of other minor but also rather important characters like Jean. I mean, first up, I mean, I think he's a really cool character in itself. I mean, while he obviously is not talented or super strong as Mikasa or anything like that, and he appeared like a little bit of a douche in the beginning there, but I think it's still though shown to be a very interesting character, because as Marco said, that he understands how it is to be afraid. I mean, everyone do that, of course, but I think what they mean is that Jean is not over excelling in talent and power and all of that, unlike Mikasa, Eren and all of that, but rather that he feel more compassionate with the rest of the other, well, the others, so to speak, that ain't as powerful or ain't as strong, that he can understand their fear. And then of course we do have Marco, that I mean, if I'm gonna trust you, because I don't do that anymore, is Marco really dead? And we did just see Marco a little bit, which was really sad, because we did see him talking a little bit with, and it was, as he said, it was him talking with Jean about that. And then he gonna get numbed when he tried to save Jean and all of that. We never got to see why. And then his gear was, I assume then that his gear was stolen by Annie or those that she works with. But how it happened, maybe she killed him? Maybe. Because considering that half body was eaten pretty much, they must have been doing something so they could get the utility belt and all of that, so to speak. The 3D maneuver gear, so that was something with that. And then we have like Connie Springer. I like Connie Springer. I mean, we haven't seen super much about him, but I think it's a pretty fun, interesting character in itself. While he doesn't excel like sticking out, like being like, oh, he's been there in the background doing what he can, and of course one favorite for me is definitely Sasha, Potato Girl. I mean that seeing her with all of this when it comes to food in the beginning, that was just simply fucking hilarious, and I love that. And then we have like Rainer that, well, I think it looks very cool. I'm still very suspicious of him, that he might work with, well, did work with Annie. I'm still have my suspicions about that he might be able to transform to Titan as well. Then at this point, fuck, what we do know, anyone can be, and that makes it even harder, because who can we trust? Who do we know is not a Titan, and who do we know that is a Titan but work on their side or against them? That's the thing. And I think that is, I'm still suspicious, but I think it looks really cool otherwise. I kind of like his character in himself, you know, he's that big, pretty quiet guy, or rather not quiet. His friend is, oh man, what the fuck is his friend name? You know, that really tall guy, Berthold or something like that. If I don't remember it wrong, he had been quite there. I mean, he's one of those characters that I can't really form an opinion about because you barely seen him. He's pretty much been there as an by Rainer's side, and been there as, I guess, as a, when I'm thinking about it, Annie, if I don't remember wrong, was hanging out quite a bit with Rainer. I don't remember exactly if that was the case, but that would make sense if they worked together. So, is that possible that this guy, this Berthold or whatever, Berthold, is also doing that? Because he has been hanging with Rainer constantly. He's like a shadow to him. I have no fucking idea anymore. Oh man. And then of course we're gonna jump to little Krista, which is first of all just simply very, very sweet, and I love the effect she had that everyone wants to marry her. That was pretty fun. That was one of those moments that gave you a little glimmer of hope in otherwise messed up dark world that is Attack on Titan. So that was much needed. Just a little bit sweet, and in general, I think the most of the characters are very interesting because while they all, well, pretty much all of them share one common trait, fear, which is kind of natural actually, are they still showing so many different aspects of their personalities and their little odd quirks and things like that. I think that makes it really, really interesting and make them in general likable and relatable characters in that sense. I mean, there is no character I really, really hate, except, what the fuck was his name? You know, that dude that, like, wanted to kill Aaron right away, you know, that, I'm the commander, I'm too afraid, I don't even remember his name. I mean, I didn't really like him. Because, I mean, I kind of understand him. I mean, I would also shit my pants if I was in his situation, but the thing is that he is in command. He need to keep his ball stuck to the penis. Okay, that sounds weird when I said it like that. But you know what I mean, that he have no control, unlike, for example, Irvin. Then again, Irvin have, like, balls of uranium at this point. Seriously, I must say, I really like Irvin. Because first, when I saw him with a slicked hair and all of that, I was like, okay. But the more you get to see him like this, holy shit, Batman. That is, he's such a holy, oh man. And then Leva, of course. Whoa, wow, seriously, that guy is so. I mean, first when I saw him, I was like, oh, dude, that dude is psycho, man. He is probably a sociopath of highest degree, but it just been showing that he cares about people so freaking much. And but he's very bad at showing it. in that sense, that with expression and things like that. And then we have like Ymir and Colin mentioned as well. And just like Berthold, I really haven't got any much view of Ymir to really form an opinion about her. Even if I think she looks very nice, and in a way she kind of reminds me of Annie, you know, both are very serious, very dedicated, and well, they seem to be both hard asses, so to speak, that they are tough people. Though I must say I really like the name as well, Ymir, because Ymir was obviously the frost giant. Actually in Norse mythology, Ymir was the very first being of existence. He was the very first being to ever exist that came out of the Gunavnagar, which was pretty much the void that the world was later on created in, because the gods that came after that, Asgards, Odin, Vi, and Vela, or whatever, who they were, killed Ymir and from his flesh made the countries, well, the nations. His blood became the sea, his eyes became the clouds, and his something like that. I don't remember exact, but yes. So that I think is very interesting. And by that fact, I'm gonna say that she is probably a Titan, because Titan, very big, frost giants, very big. I base that simply on the name. I hope I'm wrong though. It's really hard to suspect. I mean, Rainer is definitely now on my top suspicious list, because after all that happened with Annie and all of that, when they were attacking them outside the wall, you know. After that, I've been suspicious, and it just formed even more and more, and even makes more sense because both of them were part in the same cadet group and all of that, and they obviously had connections constantly. So I think that is something I reason. And then of course his friend there, Berthold. There's also something I suspect at this point. But I don't know how or why. Maybe he is just like that. Maybe he's like, I follow him, he's my friend and all of that, and have no connection at all, or don't know about it. But it would be really hard, I guess, if something like that. I don't know. Seriously though, in general, this season 1, I must say, have been fucking outstanding. The music been a-okay, it's been fantastic. The animation, I really like the animation with the thicker lines and the choreographic, the movement of them using the 3D maneuver gear is fucking amazing. I love that. That is so cool. Even if I would probably like be sick and die from doing that, but in general, this show, this season 1, have been a really big surprise for me. It got me more invested than I thought I was gonna be, and I'm really eager to watch season 2. And I'm feeling lucky considering how long it took to release season 2 and all of that. So that's gonna be fucking awesome to watch now. And what do I want to see more of season 2? As I mentioned, I really want some answers on the Titan wall. Why the fuck is there a Titan in the wall? Or is there multiple Titans? And why? That makes no sense. And I really want to see more of the shake-up, if they can find out who else are the other Titans we have seen, like the Colossal Titan and the Armor Titan, who they are, and if we really can get any answers on that. And I do hope we get to see more of like Sasha, Krista, Connie, and all of those dudes and dudettes as well, because I think they're all interesting characters. But at the same time, I'm afraid they're gonna go, if they're getting too big important roles and all that, they're gonna die. Or maybe if they don't get a bigger role, they will die because they are minor characters in that sense. Oh, fuck. It feels like whatever I choose, they might die, and I really don't want that. So that is some of my thoughts of Attack on Titan Season 1. I'm gonna give it very high grades, honestly, because I was very pleasantly surprised, and even if this show so far been very brutal, it have been showing these little glimpses of humor and hope in all of it. And as if not the animation, all of that, the story and the characters were very strong itself, the music just elevated even more, and I hope to see more of that in Season 2, that we get to see these strong characters, that we get to see more development of the others. Now it's been very much focused on Eren, obviously. But also we get to see a lot about like Mikasa and a little bit of Armin and all that. So I would love to see more of them in Season 2. Well, maybe not just them, but the others like Sasha, Connie, and everyone else. See their backgrounds in their stories. Even if we get hints from their stories in the show where they're talking like, yeah, I want to go home to my family, my mother, and etc. etc. things like that. But we really haven't get too deep on that. And I would love to see more deeper character development, because just they don't do this like, oh, we're giving this character amazing character development. We get this sweet background story. Next episode, this character die. If that happen, I will be sad. I will be angry and sad. I will be sangry. But well, that is my thoughts for now, and I will be back with more Attack on Titan very soon. And if there is anything else you want me to talk about and asking me about it, what my opinion about things about this show, write in the comment box, because there's definitely lots of things I could talk about this that I didn't get to my mind. I'm still very emotional because I finished this game to the moon yesterday, and I'm gonna say I haven't cried that much from a game in ever, I think. That was probably one of the most emotional fucking games I ever played, seriously. So I am a bit like, I'm trying to get on my day to work. So yeah, but I will be back with more Attack on Titan tomorrow with some of the OVAs, and after that we can jump into Season 2. So thank you for watching, see you later on, have a continued super great day.